So I'm sitting at work in this parking lot and just thinking to myself, when I was in there a moment ago, I was doing some thinking, and I'm one of those guys who likes to think while he works. Uh, and I was looking around at all of my coworkers, and then I thought of this quote that I saw on Facebook yesterday. I don't remember who said this quote, but if you know who it was, then you can put it in the comment section. But this quote says, if your job is your only source of income, you're one step away from poverty. So it got me thinking again about, why I decided I wanted to have more than one source of income. I don't want to have just one source or even just two sources. I want to have as many sources of income as possible. And I'm working on that. Right now I got two, maybe three, but two sources of income. This job and an online business that I'm doing. But I don't want to stop there. I said that I want to be a one-man empire. And when I said that, I meant that. And I want that for everybody. Now, if you're watching this, I want that for you too. I want you to have as many sources of income as possible. But we limit ourselves to just one source of income because, for some people, they may think that, they don't have what it takes to run a business or to promote a product or something. And then others may think that they don't have the time to have two sources of income. So their job is the only thing that they can do. And really, they're just excuses, and we're just putting ourselves in a box. Some of you may think that I'm saying this, and then you think that I don't understand your situation. Some of you do have families to feed, and you have multiple children or whatever. And some of you may have this job where you're working 50 hours a week. And while that's true, you're still putting yourself in a box and using your circumstance or your situation as a reason why you can't do something you're passionate about. Everyone has opportunities. Everyone has opportunities ahead of them. But not very many people pursue those opportunities because they want to put themselves in a box and make their situations bigger than what they really are. And that's why so many people end up broke. That's why so many people wonder why their jobs don't pay them enough and wonder why they can't make as much money as the wealthy. And let's talk about the wealthy, okay? Say what you want about the wealthy, but at least they're doing something that a lot of us are not doing, and that they don't just have one source of income now. And rich people do not have just one source of income. They have multiple sources. They have multiple businesses. And they also invest in stock markets and things like that. They have multiple sources. Now, you're watching this and your only source of income is your job. My advice to you is to go back and find the thing that you're passionate about and do it. Promote that. Some of you might like to draw, some of you might, like art, or some of you might like music, or some of you, like myself, might like to run or fitness. Whatever it is that you're passionate about, why aren't you promoting it? Why aren't you turning it into a business? It doesn't have to be a big business. It could be a small business that you do on the side while you're working your job. And then you never know. It could grow. It can grow into something that'll earn you more money than what your job is making. Right? We got to get ourselves out of the box and get ourselves as many sources of income as possible. Go out and help people. use that as an opportunity. So I'll leave you with this. There's another quote that I want to leave you with too. For things to change, we got to change. And for things to get better, we must get better. We must be better. And if we're not willing to change our own situations and our own circumstances, then we're going to continue to be broke. And then if you're one of those people who continuously complains about not making enough money at your job, and you complain about how you can't get ahead, but yet you only have one source of income, which is your job, don't blame the rich for being rich. And don't blame anyone else around you who is earning more than one source of income. Don't blame them for doing what they're doing. It's not time to be bitter. It's time to grow. And it starts with the person in the mirror. Until next time, God bless.